I, 27F, didn't put my partner, 28 meters, name on our baby's birth certificate. Hi, I've never posted on here before, but I'm just looking for some advice. Here's some context for the situation. I, 27F, and my boyfriend, 28 meters, have recently had a baby together. Born 20th of October 2023. However, we don't currently live together as we are trying to save up for our forever home. Now this is where I need some advice. I have recently booked a time slot to get our baby registered. And as soon as I did it, I told my boyfriend, baby daddy, to let him know of the time and date. On the day of, I had texted my boyfriend in the morning, reminding him of the time and letting him know that he should probably come and get me straight after he finishes work, as it will be tight with time. I didn't get a reply all day, but I assumed he must have skipped his lunch and been busy with work. As it's getting closer to the time and an hour after he had finished work, I was ready and waiting with our baby to be picked up. However, he never turned up, so 30 minutes before the appointment I got in my car and drove there myself. I had been freaking out and frantically texting him while in the waiting area. He never turned up or replied, so I went in and did it alone. However, I did not know that he needed to be there with me to get his name on the birth certificate, and I could not do it for him. When I got home, I felt pretty hurt that he couldn't be bothered to turn up for something as important as this, and the next day after he had finished work, he came over to see me and our baby girl. I found out that the day before his mom had called and he had gone over to hers and had a bit too much to drink after work, and he fell asleep really early at his mom's house. He never asked about the birth certificate or even said sorry, so I just left it assuming he didn't care anyway. But now he has seen it and is mad at me for not putting his name on it. I explained that I couldn't and he needed to be there himself to do it, but instead chose to get drunk with his mommy, and now he is asking to redo it with his name on it. So do you think I should redo it with his name on the birth certificate? I am scared he won't turn up again. Your partner had just shown you getting drunk with his mom is more important than you and the baby. Take this however you want, but it's the child hard truth. That's an absolutely awful excuse on his part. He ignored you all day, an important day, and chose to get drunk. Does he help you with your baby at all? You said y'all don't live together, so I'm wondering how much he's helping raise his own child. Please reconsider the idea of being with a guy like this in the long term. You're still young, and anyone deserves better from their partner. This is so immature and just downright disrespectful. I will say, though, that I'm just an uncouth American, but I'm guessing you're in the UK by your use of mom. Sorry if I'm totally off the mark. I just looked through a few search results, and while the law seems to be that you can get him to pay child support without his name on the birth certificate, it may require a certain amount of difficulty in DNA tests. That being said, I don't know if him being on the birth certificate would make it more difficult for you to get custody if you do reconsider your relationship. So your current situation might be a good question for our legal advice or our Legal Advice UK. He doesn't want his name there because he's planning an exit plan. It will be easier for him to not pay CS if he's not the father. Kid's barely born and he's already noping out to get drunk with his mommy. This does not bode well. I'd start researching family lawyers. What kind of idiot goes and gets drunk the day before registered its baby? Only redo it if you want child support. Why would you marry him? He is showing you how important you and your child are. You are not listening. Anyone else questioning that he went to his mom's and got so drunk he couldn't respond the entire day before he went and did this? I don't believe him. He is lying to you. At him so it's easier to get child support. But you'll be sharing custody. I'd talk to a family lawyer to find out what your options are. I would do it just see if y'all break up it easier to file CS. If not, you'll have to prove paternity and then his name will be placed. Tell him you'll redo it, but he has to make the appointment and pick you up to get to the appointment. You're not making the appointment and you're not driving yourself there. Bet you money he doesn't follow through. He also has to pay any fees that might be charged for a redo. The most extreme you can go is paying to get his name on the birth certificate. And then, immediately leave him and sue for child support. He seems like he would be a terrible partner to co-parent with anyway. Personally, I'd leave it this way. He shows no interest if he is bothered by it. Let him approach you and make an appointment and such. You did what you could. It's not your responsibility to drag an adult ass to an appointment. Yes, I do think you should redo it because you're gonna wanna get child support for him if he's gonna be this lazy a parent. Leave it as is. I really hope you gave the child your last name. It doesn't sound like you're in the US, so IDK what the laws are about child support, but I'd just file for that now. It's not going to be a big deal to have the court establish paternity and order child support. Nope. He showed you who he is. Believe him. There will be many other times he won't show up, so no need to have his name on anything. If he really wants to have his name added, then he can go through the steps to get it done. Sit back and watch. You will see how much effort he puts into it once he is the one that has to do anything about it. My bet is, he will do nothing. I would just tell him, you want to be on the birth certificate. That's fine. But making that happen is 100% on you. I'm not going to do any of it for you. You need to figure out the steps to redo the birth certificate. You need to schedule the appointment. I'm available at these times during the week, and I'll need X days notice before you confirm the appointment. You need to pick me and baby up and take us to the appointment. Just tell us when to be ready and we will be. If being on his child's birth certificate is a priority to him, then he will make it happen. If it isn't, he won't. It's his choice. Put his name on the birth certificate only because you'll need it later for child support. I don't feel confident that your life with this man will improve. He still hasn't cut the apron strings, it seems. If you do move in with him, he will expect you to replace his parents and take care of his every need. He will resist any change to his routine by saying things like, "But you're used to doing all that. I've never had to do that before. And all of a sudden, you'll be a mother to an adult baby as well as a newborn." Something to think about. He was at his mom's house? Yeah, right. There's only one reason why a mate does not respond to text messages and phone calls. I understand you're hurt by his actions the first time, but this is an important document. I suggest telling him he needs to take the lead and schedule the appointment and pay for any fees, if any, that are associated with him adding his name. He could have gotten drunk at his mom's after going to the appointment. If he wants it done, his grown self needs to take the lead.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.